Hey, Cathryn!
Hey!
Have no fear! Help is here!
Great!
It's a beautiful day, don't you know? It's a beautiful day.
This is The Thread.
Yeah, Cathryn, I heard you needed some volunteers, so I came right on over.
I really appreciate your heart, Tim, but we have enough volunteers this morning. We have extras.
Well, that's okay. I brought extras, too. I brought two friends with me.
Yeah.
Rocky and Lefty.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna find some place for Rocky and Lefty to work. How's that? Come on.
Sounds great. This is an awesome place, by the way. What's the story behind it?
When Larry Rice closed downtown in the spring of 2017, the city opened a men's shelter and a women's shelter with the commitment that both of those shelters would be open for a year. The city came in after about 6 weeks and needed to close the women's shelter. And so at that time, we had I think 75 women in that shelter. Around the same time, we were contacted by Zion Lutheran Church of Ferguson. And they said, we have this historical, beautiful church building that's been sitting here empty for about 10 years. It was built in 1927. And we would like to partner with you and provide you this building for $1 a year rent for 10 years with another option for another 10 years. And so I know, the agreement was then that we would do all the interior work. When we first started looking through renovations, we thought it would be about $200,000 to renovate the building. A few months ago, the city requested that we do have sprinkler here and that we do have a wheelchair lift. That added about another $130,000. Dawn Stringfield is the president of our board, and when I went to her, she said, are you struggling with the decision because you don't think you can raise the money or because you don't think it's what's best for the women? And I'm like, oh, hands down, this is best for the women. And she said, that's gonna be what guides our decision. God has already put all of this together, has put all of our pieces together. So we are going to trust that God will bring in the funds for this elevator and for the sprinkler system. That vision was so sweet to me, to have Dawn speak into this and give that guiding light of this is who all among us is going to be going forward in making our decisions. I just thought was wonderful. I remember the first time I got someone into housing, and I thought, they have a light switch, they have a toilet, there's nothing else they need. Like, how amazing for them. And I walked away. The entire community they had on the street no longer had access to them. And I think they lasted 3 months, and they were back on the street. We had taken them out of community, and we did not replace community. If you come into the shelter as a woman, you will immediately have an advocate that is yours. And this woman may help you going to doctor's appointments. She may help you when you get stuck getting your GED and you just can't get math. She would be the one who would maybe find a tutor for you. So she's gonna be that person in your corner. First, to be clear, we're not gonna be a shelter. We really wanna be a women's care center. So we're taking some of what we learned at that shelter and making adjustments to that. So Tim, this is going to be the area where we have seating areas for the women. And then this is going to be the area where we have a long table and the benches to where the women will be eating family style. Well, they'll get to serve each other. We can all sit around and enjoy a meal together, like as a family.
So good.
Yeah. The mission of All Among Us is to meet people who are living in generational poverty, who have made a decision that they want to take some steps out of that, and to walk alongside them as they do that, to give them all the supports they need, all the opportunities they need. What would it take to make their dreams a reality? How hard would it be? What could we do just a little bit better that would enable them to have an opportunity to walk into one of their dreams? Dreams these women never could have had. Now they get to dream those dreams. This isn't going to be a center for chronically homeless women. This is a center for women who have that step off the street and they've not yet gotten to the street. But if somebody doesn't step up and walk with them, they could easily be there next week, next year. And let's stop that from happening. So we want our women being strong members of the Ferguson community when they go out. So when they're living, say they live 4 blocks from here, this is going to be their home base for community. So they're going to be able to come back on Friday nights for spaghetti. They're going to come back on Sunday night for movies. And then they're going to start volunteering with that woman who's here for their first night. And they get to share that experience, strength, and hope that they have from having been through the program. This isn't a 2-year program. It's not a 6-month program. This is us living life with you and living life together in community, which I believe is what we were made for.
Whoa, Cathryn, what an awesome space and an awesome mission as well. I think it's interesting that in the last 2 weeks, we have focused on a mission, 2 different ones, that are repurposing one of God's houses, an old church, to do ministry in a whole different way.
That is so special.
Really cool. It's got me amped to get started. So where do you want me to help?
So the plumber has asked that we take this tile up, and Tim, it's kind of hard to get up.
I got it. Hey, I'm Tim.
Hey, I'm Dan.
Hey, Dan, I got this. All right. So don't worry about a thing. I'm on the job.
Tim, you're not getting very far there.
I do have some superpowers I haven't told you about yet.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'll put those to use as well.
What are those?
Glad you asked.
He's loud, he's quick, he's gonna make you sick. He's a loud, annoying man.
I saw that. See what I did? I saw that.
Hey, Sue, what is lemon butter? Thank you. You're welcome.
Hi, Dorothy. And your little lemon bars, too.
You're annoying.
That'll be a half one.
What are you planning? Party? I want to be a part of it. I'll bring balloons.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Oh, that's good.
You know what? I'm bored. I'm bored. It's bored because I'm bored, because you're carrying a board.
You gonna eat all that?
No, but I hope you aren't. You don't have a tummy ache.
You think?
Hey, Dan.
Hey.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning. I'd hammer in the evening.
You have a great night. All right.
Oh, look at that. He's
right.
annoying, obnoxious.
Annoying, not obnoxious.
He's a loud, annoying man.
Hey, Tim, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, hey, it doesn't look like your powers are working very well. You've just got like 2 little pieces there, and we need to get all this up today.
I'll just loosen it for the next guy.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
thanks. Do you need some water?
No, I think I need some CPR. Yeah, nah, not that CPR. I got you. No, I'm talking about my pal Domingo and his CPR. He's serving kids in a whole new way, and it's with CPR, but not what you're thinking.
What's up, North Middle? What's up, North Middle? Turn up, what's up? CPR is communication, planning, and relationship building. CPR! We believe that CPR will save your life. Communication only has 2 things, verbal and nonverbal. We believe that we come, we talk to the kids, we put the resources in them, we help them plan their life, give them an opportunity to plan their life, and we build a relationship with them as we move forward. Everybody in here needs some sort of help. Everybody in here needs somebody to open the door for them, help them study, or even just to be their friend. It's never about us. It's always about doing the will of God to me and doing his purpose and his will. And as we partner, and if the Bible talks about how can 2 walk together unless agreed. You know, so we all got to agree with this, remove our egos again, and come help the ones that need it. We came with the Black Nurses Association, Carla Shepard with mental health, Mikey Biz with entrepreneurship and financial literacy.
My mom, she said all the money that I put into those machines goes to the owner, but if I had my own, all the money would go to me. So then that's when I decided, I said, okay, I want vending machines.
He has 2 in Creve Coeur, 2 in North County, 2 being worked on right now, and 1 in his room.
It's critical to have people from this community to be able to speak to them, to be able to relate to them. He's the type of guy that they can see at the store and have this very same conversation. So
they talk about Snapchat and they make all these messages, they send these ugly pictures, they talk about people. Do that stuff actually disappear?
No, it's not. Anything that you put out there on Facebook or whatever, your parents can pick it up and find it. We can find it if we can together.
We don't want them to fail. We don't want to fail by not giving them the information. I'm telling you, if you do not want it to be known, don't share it. I do it because I used to be in this spot. I used to be in this seat. I understand what it's not like to have or to wish I had and never had it. You know what I'm saying? I never had anybody come in and talk to us like this. Verbal bullying turns into physical bullying.
what he's bringing to the table makes a difference, not just today, but it will last with them.
And the one thing that I've seen is motivational speakers come in and they never return. They just leave you motivated. This tour is to leave you inspired. This tour is here to empower you, to give you the power back. We come back. We don't just drop in. So the part 2 is bringing more resources with us. Boys and Girls Clubs, partner with different organizations to come along and help us out, and to help them out as well. Then we have to make a choice as individuals to stand for something. Because if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. The Bible talks about our people, they die because of lack of knowledge. They perish because of lack of knowledge. We want to make sure they get it. I want them to live. Live. That's all I want you to do is live.
I love Domingo's passion and his mission. I mean, it's not about him at all. It's all about the kids. And you heard him say it. It's not a one and done, not just one visit. He wants to build relationship with the kids. That's awesome. Hey, Philip, need some help? Brought my hammer. Yeah? Yeah, I'll just start right here. I'll say, is it good? All right, can you feel that? I'm helping.
The Thread, brought to you by Bomarito Automotive Group.
This is Frank Bomarito. You'll get a bigger selection and better value when you visit any Bomarito location. State-of-the-art showrooms and the most advanced service centers. Bomarito has over 8,000 new and 2,000 pre-owned vehicles, all with Missouri's best pricing, greatest financing, and lease options for everyone. Nobody has more. Nobody sells more. Your next car is at Bomarito or Bomarito.com. We're in every neighborhood.
Hey, Threadheads, who's ready to do some shopping? Yeah? You want to get in on the hottest styles of the season? Don't be jelly. This look could be yours, too. It's as easy as heading over to thethreadstl.com. The Thread store is open 24/7, so you can thread up your wardrobe with some stylish shirts and lids. You're going to look good in that. Go to thethreadstl.com, click on the shop page, and get your Thread threads, because it's time to thread up, y'all. I think this is Virginia's shirt. Don't worry, we've got other sizes. Virginia! Hold on. Hey, are my tennis shoes deductible?
Tim, what are you doing?
I got to get my taxes done, my investments, and I got to make a will.
Come on, I know just the place. Come on. You are going to love Securus' Circle of Advisors. They can help you with your tax advice, your legal needs, your investments, and your insurance.
Awesome.
Tim, meet your Circle of Advisors.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Well, we did tell you to bring everything.
Securus Circle of Advisors, helping people build and secure their vision of retirement.
This week's Thread Up story is brought to you by Securus Circle of Advisors.
Whoa, Tim, what are you doing?
I'm helping the ladies.
How are you helping the ladies, Tim?
Keeping the mosquitoes away from them with my hammer. Got one. Yeah.
Hey, Tim, we have lots of volunteers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have plenty. We have hundreds.
Yeah.
Would you like to meet some?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do that. And then you can put that down.
Gotcha.
I have been in this community for 80 plus years. This is my church. This building was sitting empty. It was just going to wreck and ruin because there was nothing being used. And then God love her, Cathryn came. And so now we have a wonderful project to put it back to good use.
When Cathryn told me she was going to do this, I said, I'm in with you. I mean, because this is just so awesome. And being a person who used to be homeless, this is, like I said, I think this is my calling.
I was looking for an opportunity where I could show up and people would know me and I could be of use. It's kind of like one of those things you don't know what you're going to do till you get there. It's always a surprise, but it's always good work.
I'm part of this because of Cathryn. I just love her vision, love what she does. I've seen her give her shoes to someone who needed them. I've seen her do so much for people. And when she started this, I just had to get involved.
I think it's important because it's going to be helping women get off the streets.
If you get 300 people off the street or you get one person off the street, it all makes a difference.
Nobody has to be homeless. Nobody has to be on substance. And they just need a hands up, not a hands out.
I have been so blessed, but there are so many people that need help, and why shouldn't we give it to them?
It may be easier to see outwardly what this does for the people you're serving, but what does serving do for you?
I learn every day. Learn about myself every day. Learn about people every day.
It allowed me to quit a job I didn't love, and now I'm here and, I feel like I can do this all summer, and who knows what it's going to turn into.
I love serving. It makes me feel so good, and I wish I could get more people to do it with me because I think once they do it, they'll come back every week. We're not just giving people what they need for the day or the week or the hour. We're giving them hope and a reason to live for tomorrow.
It's not going to be like you're in jail or prison. This is going to be somebody's home.
Whoa, Cathryn, you do have some awesome volunteers.
We do.
You know what? I've got some awesome questions and an awesome chair. You got the awesome volunteers. You know what that means?
What?
It means it's time for the hot seat, brought to you by Artman Furniture. All right, we got Dorothy Kaiser in the hot seat. Yeah! All right, Dorothy, here's the deal. 30 seconds on the clock. Clock will start after I ask the first question, and the category is home improvement and tools. You ready?
Maybe.
Maybe. All right, we're going to find out. You got some help here, all right?
Okay, good.
All right, here we go. A saw that circulates is called a...
Circular saw.
A circular saw.
Yeah, that's it. If you want to change the color of a wall, you may use this stuff.
Paint?
Paint, yeah, that's it. If you want to sand something, you may use this kind of paper.
Oh, sandpaper.
Yeah, absolutely. Who won the Toolbox Talent Show?
Oh, I don't know.
Hammer! Oh, dude, I just showed my age. All right. Lastly, why did the roofer have to go to the doctor?
Did he fall off?
No, he had shingles. He had the shingles, you see, because he's a... Hey, Dorothy, guess what?
What?
You just conquered the hot seat, brought to you by Artman Furniture.
Big style, big selection, and big saving. It's the biggest sale in Art Van Furniture history. St. Louis, line up Saturday, 9 a.m. for free $50 gift cards while they last. Free mountain bikes and free 50-inch TVs. Shop amazing deals store-wide. Plus, take an extra 20% off the sale price. Plus, no interest for 20 months. This just might be the biggest sale in Art Van Furniture history. Saturday, 9 a.m. See it at the new artvan.com/St. Louis.
Know your zone.
Hello, everybody. It's time to play Know Your Zone, and we have our first contestant.
Hi, I'm Carnita.
Welcome to Know Your Zone.
Yay.
You get my good side?
Monty.
All right. Okay, question for you. What is the most common natural disaster in the United States?
Flood?
Flooding! In fact, 90% of all natural disasters include flooding. Coming in second was reality TV.
Oh.
Which homeowner should buy flood insurance? Someone with a house near a creek or on a hill?
Near a creek?
Actually, it's both. Everybody lives in a flood zone.
Okay.
You live in a flood zone.
I live in a flood zone.
I live in a flood zone.
Everybody lives in a
They live in a flood zone. Yes. Final question. What local organization wants to get the word out to folks to know your zone and get information about flood insurance?
St. Louis Sewer District.
Metropolitan St. Louis Sewer District. You are right. Go to knowyourzone.org.
Know your zone.
All right, Eric, help me out. What are pure-grown diamonds?
So obviously technology's advanced and we're able to grow a pure diamond now from the purest form of diamond crystal. So what you get is an extraordinarily gorgeous diamond. Well, the other thing that's nice about it is they're less expensive than a mined diamond.
Fellas, you listening? Just saying.
And they do all different shapes, all different sizes. You tell us what you want and what your budget is and we'll make it happen.
If you're in the market for jewelry, make your way to Newsteaders, where honesty and integrity meet. What? Our time's almost up together already? You mean I gotta wait till next Saturday? That's way too long. We gotta catch up during the week. I got a great idea. Hey, why don't you follow us on social media? Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You know, we've got content that doesn't actually fit on our 30-minute show, right? And we're adding new messages all the time. So follow us, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. It's our way to keep up with you throughout the week. And we can thread up all week long. Follow us, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. See you soon.
Whoa, hey Tim, hey, what you doing?
Hey, well, I'm just gonna open the windows with my hammer. It's hot in here.
Here it is. Thanks, but maybe we have somebody else who can do that, not using a hammer. Would that be good?
Yeah, that's probably good. I mean, maybe this isn't my thing, but at least I tried.
You've done really well. Thank you.
Hey, my pleasure. Hey, and look, you wouldn't be here doing this if you hadn't stepped out of your comfort zone.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So true.
Hey!
How are you?
Good,
I'm
how are
Tim.
you? I'm Cathryn Shaw.
Hi, Virginia.
Hi, it's nice to meet you guys.
Tell me what you're up to.
We're down today just passing out coats and windbreakers and sleeping bags and any kind of pallets we can to people who might need them.
So what we do is offer relief. What do you need today? And that's the needs that we meet. And very simply, they're going to ask for, they might need socks. They might show you their shoes and say, we've got a hole in that shoe. I need boots.
their needs are not huge. How often do you do this? A couple times a week. You know, sometimes it's coats and sometimes it's food and sometimes it's things for single moms living in poverty.
How'd you get started?
Drove past a couple who were living on an abandoned dock. They were young, they were maybe 18, 19 years old, and it was storming and they were just covered with flies. And I called my dad and I'm like, could you please take down, you know, something for them? And, you know, at that point he kind of said no. He wasn't going to drive 30 miles to meet people he didn't know to, you know, take them stuff he didn't know what they needed. And when I talked to him a couple hours later, he'd come down and set up a tent with them and brought him a down comforter and a weather radio. And that kind of started it.
I remember like meeting the first young couple, the first young homeless couple that we met. And we served them for one evening, giving them a tent and some water. And I remember my dad saying, you know, we did what God asked us to do, and now we're done. And I remember thinking, you're right. And then I just could not quit carrying them in my heart.
Did you have blankets that need to be washed?
When the homeless, when their laundry gets dirty, they use it to start a fire. They burn it. So we were constantly having to supply clothes to them because they had no way to keep them clean. So I thought, well, if we did their laundry, number one, it gives them dignity. For them to get their bag of laundry neatly folded up by some woman who is, you know, praying over that laundry for them and to deliver it to them is really special. So we probably do 30 loads of laundry, sometimes 40 a week.
For us guys, it's just, I mean, you try to do your laundry in a bucket when you don't have no water, that's impossible, you know? So she comes and picks up our laundry and does it, and it's just amazing.
It makes me so happy that I know that somebody out here cares about somebody. You know, whether you're family or no family, she is family to everybody out here on these streets.
You cannot put it in words. It's just, I mean, I can't put it in words, Tim.
So we try to really hook these people up with extended resources that can help them, whether it's medical, whether they need counseling, ways to offer them dignity. We're always about offering these people dignity and hope. Really, when we come into their lives, we don't come in just throwing a coat at them. We really come in saying, we want to be your friend. I want to know your story. I want to know you. And in return, I want you to know me.
I can give you all the reasons why I shouldn't be doing this, you know. 5 years cancer-free, a daughter with, you know, disabilities, health insurance is incredibly expensive. I can give you all the reasons why. And when God calls you into this, those reasons don't matter anymore. Over and over again, God says, I will meet your needs. Walk with me, do what I ask you to do, and all your needs will be met.
Amazing, right? And look at Cathryn now. She's built these amazing relationships, this awesome mission, and now she's launching this shelter for women. And it all started with fear, with her stepping out of her comfort zone and into her fear to love the next person that crosses her path, right? I mean, and we see the same thing with Domingo. Domingo and his team, man, they saw a need in the community and they wanted to step in and do something about it. You know, it reminds me of the parable of the Good Samaritan. You remember how that story started, right? I mean, this teacher of the law is asking Jesus, what must I do to inherit eternal life? And Jesus says, what is written in the law? And he says, well, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your strength, and to love your neighbor as yourself. And Jesus says, that's right, go and do that. And then the teacher says, one more question, who's my neighbor? You know, looking to say, well, if you tell me who I gotta love, then I know I don't have to worry about the others. And that's when Jesus launches into this parable. And we see the priest and the Levite, when they see this man in a ditch, half dead, close to dead, if not dead already, and they cross on the other side of the street. And understand that's a Jewish man in the ditch, and a Samaritan comes along. And if you know anything about that history, you know the Samaritans and the Jews did not get along. And that man in the ditch would have refused care from the Samaritan if he had anything to say about it, but he didn't. He's half dead. And the Samaritan stops, and he cares for him. And he puts him on his animal, takes him to the inn in town, and cares for him. And when he has to leave, he leaves money for the innkeeper and says, make sure his needs are met. You talk about stepping out of a comfort zone, moving to the needs around you. And who knows what happened in that relationship? We don't know the rest of the story. Who knows if a friendship was formed there, or what that did for the Samaritan going forward. We know what it did for Cathryn. We know exactly what it did for her. It opened her eyes to a need around her and a passion of hers. So what happens when you move to the need around you? What happens if you love the next person that crosses your path? Will you start a homeless shelter? Maybe not. but maybe. Or maybe you make a new friend. Or maybe it opened your eyes to a passion that you didn't know you had. I saw a bumper sticker last week that said this. It said, the greatest things in life aren't things. How true is that? It's all about people and loving the next person that crosses our path the best way we can. And who knows what he's gonna do with that. Well, that brings us to the end, but not the end. You know what I'm talking about. Hey, Cathryn, I think I finally found a job I can do.
I think so.
Yeah.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, it's great.
Okay, is that enough?
No.
How about one more?
No, I can do it all night. What is that, like 25 o'clock?
So the Ferguson Fire Department surprised us one day, and they came and got our bell working.
It's so cool.
I know.
I'm ringing the bell. Still.
Is that enough?
I don't think so. You can ring my bell, ring my bell.
Spot Media Production Group.